on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we are taking a look at the newest Ultimate Edition Series 12, now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. As always, use code 4LIFE. It'll save you 10% off your order when you shop there. And today we're looking at the Fiend and Alexa Bliss. So it's crazy. We didn't actually see images of the Fiend until a few days ago, when Ringside got them in stock and started shipping them out. So I know a lot of mixed reviews. We're going to go into a deep dive with this figure, comparing with a bunch of other Fiend and Bray Wyatts that I have in my collection. We actually just got one in Elite 92, the Burnt Fiend, which, you know, I thought was a little bit of a disappointment, which we will, again, throw some comparisons in there. But this is probably his last figure. This is the last Fiend figure. I don't know. A lot of people are saying whether it warranted an Ultimate Edition slot. Again, we will get into it. But you can see he does come with the coat, the interchangeable hands, and the head. Definitely some different sculpts with the Fiend head that from what we've seen prior. And Alexa Bliss, she comes with the cloth soft goods dress and the shirt, interchangeable head and hands. I feel like a little light. I get it, soft goods, but she's not coming with too much accessories. And I don't know if I'm crazy, but I remember during one of the reveals, Bill had Alexa in two different outfits. So I don't know if they scrapped one to kind of make cost. But anyways, these are the two figures that we have in the newest Ultimate Edition wave. Taking a look at the figures in the packaging. It's the same standard box that we've seen with the Ultimates. The white with the red. Got the Fiend, Bray Wyatt on top, Alexa Bliss. Turn on the side, you got the nameplates. The images of each on the other side. Bring that up so you can see. And the cool figure photography and the images of each wrestler on the back, as well as the read-up. But enough chatting. Let's come back, look at the figures out of the boxes, and we will go through those little Easter eggs they have on the inside. So if you guys are new to the Ultimate Edition line and never collected them before, on the top of the box, they have some little things that are kind of unique to each character. So for Alexa Bliss, you have Play on the top, and on the bottom, you have Pain. For the Fiend on the top, you have Hurt, and on the bottom, you have Heal. Really short and sweet with these. All right, so now we have Alexa out of the packaging. Let's take a look at her accessories. So she does come with this interchangeable head, kind of more of the demonic kind of possessed Bliss. You can see the pigtails in the back with the pink highlights. Sculpted really nice. I really do like this head, actually. Look at the eyes. Looks really cool. She does come with two open interchangeable hands. You can see the nice details with the studs. It's got Pain and Play on the gloves. Really nice. Additional accessories. She comes with a plain cloth black shirt. And she also does come with a pink cloth shirt. Both Velcro on the back, no details on it. It's meant to be to go over or underneath her dress to kind of give her that look. Whether you want the pink or the black, that is completely up to you. And like I said earlier, I feel like there was another maybe dress that was supposed to be included. I don't know if that got scrapped. I don't know if I'm just misremembering. You guys let me know. I don't remember anymore. I'm losing my mind. But the figure itself, scan doesn't look too bad. If you can see on mine, she's got a little bit of a little paint defect. Looks like a little hillbilly missing her tooth. Maybe got punched in the face during a fight or something. But that's kind of annoying. But the face minus that looks pretty good. You see the smile kind of scan she's got with the pink tips on the back of the hair with the pigtails. And I feel like this is, honestly, I'm going to say now, nothing really feels ultimate about this. This looks like a damn Elite with some cloth accessories. I mean, I think the body's pretty much the same as we've been getting with the Elite Bliss figures that we've seen in the past. Granted, she does have the double-jointed pinless elbows. I can see that. But the gear, her wrestling gear, looks like what we've seen in prior Elite figures. I don't think the what do you call it, the actual torso has any additional articulation. It rotates, but, I mean, there's a little bit of a diaphragm joint. Again, I think we've seen that before. You can see the fishnet stockings painted on there. Got the silver on the chest itself with a black. Sculpted in the back too. No design on the back. If you scroll down to her knee pads, you can see the stripes on there, as well as the black kind of studded look here, textured look. And her shoes are kind of where you're going to get most of the deco on this figure. She's got paint on there. She's got an image of what looks like to be the Fiend. Firefly Funhouse maybe. Play on the other side. All in all, okay, it looks okay. You know, I want to get the actual dress on her to see how she looks. But before we do that, I'm actually going to bring in another Elite Alexa Bliss. This is the only other one I have in my collection. We'll get the tag belt out of there. And to me, nothing really looks different. This is just simply an Elite with double jointed elbows, which we could have gotten in the main line. And she's got a little toe articulation. As far as articulation compared in this video with the Elite, I mean, that's all you're getting. Stands about the same with the height. If you want to see the differences with the scan, oh man, that tooth is really bothering me. That looks awful. But you know what? Let's swap the head, because I don't want to look at that face anymore. Let's see how this scan looks. And let's be honest, if you're getting this figure, this is probably the head you're going to be displaying her with. Again, if you want to compare it with the other Elite. Let's come back and I'm going to get her dress on there. All right, so I've been kind of messing around with this for a while, and it is a freaking pain in the ass, and I wanted to bring it on camera just to show you. So this dress, Velcro's open on the back. And so, mind you, and I also noticed for an Ultimate, she does not have any butterfly joints. So there's not even more included articulation on this figure, where you could at least pop the arms off, maybe to make it work. And you got to squeeze this over her arms without freaking ripping it, and it is a pain once you get one side in. And usually I don't do this kind of stuff on camera, but just to show you what a pain in the ass it is, my God, I don't want to rip this, but Jesus. All right, I'm going to fidget with this off camera, because this is going to take me a while, and I don't need, you know, a bunch of dead air on here. That was such a pain in the ass. I never want to do it again. Oh my God. So to give you a tip, obviously pop the head off. The arms do not pop off to make your life any easier, which kind of sucks. So kind of wedge your arms in, and I got one side through, and I just had to kind of shimmy the strap over the other arm and was able to get it through. I don't plan on ever taking this off of her. That is so disappointing. That is that much work. Maybe I'm an idiot and I'm doing something wrong, but you guys who have this figure, comment down below and let me know if it's a pain in the ass for you too, because I really wanted to throw the other shirt on and kind of show you how it looks, but there's no way I'm removing that and going through that again. I threw the smiling scanner just to give you another look, and I brought in a Bray Wyatt, kind of pairing them together in the Firefly Funhouse. Moving on to the Fiend, so the accessories he comes with. You get the trench coat, got the studs on there, the buckle on the back. It is the same exact trench coat as the Ultimate Edition Series 7, pictured here on the right. No difference there. You also do get the interchangeable sleeves. It's got the studs on them. Again, that is exactly the same too. You do get two open interchangeable hands. You got hurt and heel on them. We've seen this before. Also the same as the Ultimate Edition Series 7. And you get this interchangeable head with more of a screaming kind of scan. And moving on to the figure itself. So here's the head scan, and I don't know what it is. It just looks overly big, and I don't. It's hard to even see the eyes. It's just such a dark color around the eyes and the mouth, and there's such a light contrast on the mask. I'm sure that's how the mask looks, but I don't know, in figure form, it just comes off as a little weird to me. Something just looks off. I don't know if it's just the size of it, but you can see the hair sculpt in the back. It is a little longer than the previous Fiends that we received. Got the nice yellow in there. And when we do comparisons, we'll check it out. But I'm going to say this torso is what they used maybe for the Burnt Fiend. I don't know if that has like obvious, you know, the diaphragm joint, but the sculpt itself looks to share some parts to it, if you ask me. Got some of the sculpting on the side here with the stitching. More on the other side. More molded or sculpted detail on the back. That does actually look pretty nice. He does have the double jointed pinless elbows as well. That is a plus. The hands he comes with, we've seen before. It's the mic holding hands. Also has the hurt and heel on there. The pants, we've seen this with multiple Fiends before. Kind of the lighter color versus with the last Ultimate. He does actually come with the lace boots and not those kind of studded ones where it's kind of got the point at the end and the straps on it. So you get the lace boots with his Fiend. Does have the toe articulation. There you go. He is on ball joints in case you were wondering. And if you guys want to swap out the arms, you just pop them out. Unfortunately, there is no butterfly joint with this figure. And I think, let's pop the head off while we're at it. Got some paint scuffs there, unfortunately, but it's all good. The head will cover it. Let's look at the jacket on. Pop in these arms. Pop in the other side. We'll go with the other head. Let's see how that sits with the jacket. Will that be a pain? Nope, pops on pretty good. And if you want to throw some hands on there, we will throw his hands on there to complete the look. Okay. One more side. All right. I actually think this looks better. I don't know if the jacket kind of hides the size of the head. I don't know if it's a little big. Maybe it's me. What do you guys think? Do you think this head is scaled a little too big? I definitely like the Screaming scan better. It looks more menacing, and you can see a little more contrast with the tongue out. This just looks like he's got all this goo and shit in his mouth. I don't really like it. It's kind of, if you put certain angles in the light, you can see his eyes come through, and other times it just looks too dark. But with this scan, that actually looks pretty good. I do like that. I will say, with a trench coat, I feel like this completes the look, and if you want to go with a hurt and heel, hands up, pose them up real nice, that'll look pretty good on your display. But anyways, let's come back and we'll get into a ton of comparisons. Okay, so here on the left, we have the Ultimate Edition Series 7 Fiend, and on the right, you have the newest Ultimate Edition Series 12. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you the newest one is definitely a lot taller, and I think it should be, because I feel like a lot of people complained that the first Ultimate was a little stumpy, and I think that's really what kind of pushed Mattel to make another Fiend. Maybe they weren't really satisfied with that finished product. So you can see he is a lot taller. Let's put him back to back, because you can probably see that a little better without moving the hands. I don't know. I want to say that the newer one, the height is probably a little more accurate, if you ask me. The proportions look to be a little better, too. And if you want to get a close-up, let's get the hands down. And you know what? We'll put them face-to-face, just for the hell of it. It's a big height difference. Scan-wise, I don't know, you know, honestly, these are both pretty nice. I do like them. And you can see the difference in the pants, the paint. This one's a little darker. And the boots that I was talking about, it's got the straps on there versus the lace. I mean, I really did like this Fiend too, but I don't know, this one looks pretty nice too. Which one do you guys like better? I feel with the jacket on both these figures, it really takes it to another level. Next up for comparisons, on the right, we have the Elite 92 Burnt Fiend, and you can see the difference in the size. So the vests I thought were going to share some similar features, but they look to be completely different sculpts. You can see how much bigger the lines are on the Ultimate versus the Burnt figure. Definitely a lot more spaced out. It's somewhat similar, but again, there are some differences too. You can see on the back they both have the stitching. Same on the other side. Even the backs, they seem to be different. So they are not exactly the same. And you know what? It makes sense since the Ultimate figure does have the diaphragm joint. And you know what? This one had the oversized thighs as well. You can see the difference with the Ultimate figure. And height-wise, I think the Ultimate still, maybe not. Let's straighten out their legs. They seem to probably be around the same height. So at least that's a plus. Next up, we have the Ultimate Fiend Series 7 on the left without the jacket. The Ultimate Edition Series 12 in the middle. On the right, we have the first SummerSlam Elite Fiend figure. And you can see the difference in the size and the comparisons. Additionally, I did want to bring in the other scan from the Ultimate Series 7 Fiend with a tongue out versus this one. I never really cared for the scan. Most of my figures I've been displaying with that head, but I really do like this Screaming scan a lot more. And let's bring them all in. Get a closer look with the interchangeable heads. For the Ultimates, I mean, some good work here without a doubt, but I don't know, I'm thinking the Screaming scan right here on the right, this one, seems to be one of my favorites. And last up, we have two different Bray Wyatt figures to throw in there, and I find it kind of funny this is all the same person, and yet there's so many different scales and heights with this figure versus Bray versus different Fiends. I mean, I wish they'd be a little more consistent, but if you wanted to see what Bray Wyatt looked like next to the Fiend, here you go. And just for fun, in case you guys wanted to, you can interchange all the parts from the Series 7 Ultimate Edition Fiend to the Series 12, so you can put different arms on there. And here's a look at the two Screaming scans, and also the two Smiling scans. And you know what? I'm starting to notice, I think the really significant height difference with these figures is really due to the new sculpt of the different Fiend heads on the Series 12. And before we wrap up here, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. For all you guys new to the channel, I appreciate you guys checking out this review. For all you returning subscribers, I appreciate all your support. Really working hard to bring you the best possible content. And as far as these figures go, I'm going to start off with the Fiend. And you know what? I'll be honest, I'm really pleasantly surprised how much I like the figure. When I first saw those images released a few days ago, I think I was like with you guys, like, this is a wasted spot. We don't even need a Fiend. You know, we just got one. The head looks too big. It looks weird. I mean, when you think about it, his last Ultimate was over a year ago, and the Fiend was pretty iconic. He moved a lot of merch. I'm surprised he's not even with a company anymore. That still shocks me, but in the short time he was around, the dude really did some work, man. I was a really big fan of his. So you know what? I'm going to go on a limb and say I actually like this better than the last Ultimate. I know something about it just has more of a presence. Granted, he doesn't have his tattoos underneath. That was kind of a big selling point with the last Ultimate. I really liked all the tattoo deco they had on there. And the tank top to me is more the iconic look. But this figure is badass, man. Especially this head scan. I'll be honest, the other one I'm a little iffy on, but the screaming scan with the tongue out looks so menacing. With the coat, just, again, it has a presence. That is a figure you're going to notice on a shelf. Alexa Bliss, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not going to cut any corners. This is a figure that is a wasted Ultimate spot. And I really am a big fan of Alexa Bliss, but this figure really serves no purpose to be here. It doesn't come with any extra articulation minus the toe joint. I mean, you could have got the double jointed elbows with an Elite figure. You get some soft goods. I mean, she's really light on the accessories. You get 2 t-shirts, a dress, and a head, and a set of interchangeable hands. I mean, listen, I get probably they spent what they, were allocated for this figure. Fine, I'm not even complaining about that. But to me, there's nothing special about this figure to say it was Ultimate. I feel like they hadn't had a female superstar in here, in this line for a while. They had the Fiend coming out. They figured these guys were going to be around for a while. She'd be toyetic, this, that, and the other. And it just misses on all parts for me. I mean, the proportions to me on her look off. Again, and there's no added articulation. She doesn't have any butterfly joints. She doesn't have any extra ab articulation. It's just really the toe joint, man. It's like, it's a waste. And on top of it, the dress is a pain in the ass to get on. Oh my God. They really could have made that a lot easier. So I'm not pulling any punches with it. I don't like this figure at all. I mean, it completes the look with these two standing next to each other. They really do look a lot better, I will say, but I don't think this figure really needed to be an Ultimate. I feel like it could have been an Elite, even if they went with a sculpted dress over the soft goods or whatever they needed to do to kind of cut some corners on cost to get us this figure. But I'm not crazy about it. I mean, if there's a few positives, I will say I do like the possessed head scan. And with the Ultimate Edition line, I generally buy multiples of each figure, whether to display with the other interchangeable head or whatever gear they come with, or just to keep as a spare because they seem to skyrocket in price. Alexa is probably one of the few I will not be buying an extra of. I know this is probably not really a highly anticipated Ultimate Edition wave, and let's be honest, this is probably one of the least hyped Ultimate Edition sets in a while. I've said what I said about the Fiend, but Alexa, I feel like it doesn't deserve to be here. It's not Ultimate Edition worthy. Could have been done as Elite, but anyways, that is my opinion. You guys can disagree. Comment down below and let me know what you think. But that is the end of my rant. If you guys are interested in grabbing these figures, they are now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. Don't forget to use promo code 4LIFE. It'll save you 10% off your order. Also, follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects, where I'll be posting a ton more pictures of these guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you on the next one.